I had seen the Wild Thornberrys movie before, but it must be over 20 years. I'm pretty sure I saw it in the cinema, if I remember correctly, and I hadn't seen it since, so I thought it was time that I watched it again, and I rather enjoyed it. This was released in 2022. It's directed by Kathy Malkassian and Jeff McGrath, and we have a really great voice cast, including, of course, Lacey Chabert, Tim Curry, we have Rupert Everett and Cree Summer, and obviously we have the usual characters that we get with the Wild Thornberrys. And I couldn't remember any of this film. I didn't know what it was about. I had no recollection of the narrative, which for me is a good thing because I could then watch it as if I was watching it for the first time. One of the benefits of having a terrible memory. And the story is really good. It's really entertaining. It's even funny on a couple of occasions. I think for me, most of the comedy came from Nigel and Debbie. But in general, there was just a little bit of humour here and there, but it's also quite emotional. And the scene at the beginning that really triggers the start of the narrative is really upsetting. Eliza is playing with these 3 little cheetah cubs. They are absolutely gorgeous. And unfortunately, she doesn't listen to the cheetah cub's mother's advice, and she goes past this tree and she enters this danger zone, and along come these poachers and they throw their ladder down and cheetah nap this adorable little cheetah cub called Tally. And it's just this heartbreaking scene where the mother cheetah runs along and jumps up and tries to get the cheetah cub back, and it's so heartbreaking, but it doesn't work, and the cheetah cub is kidnapped, poached, and Eliza is then sent to boarding school. Not because of that, but the events immediately after see her going to boarding school, and Darwin sneaks there with her, and she just feels so guilty for what happened to Tally that she decides to leave boarding school and go on this journey to track down Tally and rescue the cheetah cub. There's a lot of suspension of disbelief with this narrative, but if you can look past that, then it's definitely a fun adventure story, but with a lot of emotions right throughout it. I loved the role of Debbie in this. I won't say what she brings to it, but I thought what she added to the story was really great, and it's very, very well animated. The pacing is great. We go to a lot of different locations. Of course, she has a long way to travel. She went to boarding school in London, it's worth pointing out, and obviously, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with this cheetah cub. Will she be able to rescue it? Will it be too late? There are a lot of things in the air, and I think it handled everything really, really well. And as I said, there is some comedy in this. I did find it a little funny here and there, but also very moving and emotional, largely because I love big cats, and I particularly love little big cats. The cheetah cubs really are sweet. I think I would have liked more interaction with the animals. Obviously, one of the unique things about the Wild Thornberrys is that Eliza can talk to animals. And we do obviously get some of that in here, but I would have liked more of it on the journey to try and track down Tally. I think they could have brought that element in a little bit more. But other than that, I thought it was an interesting story, a well-constructed narrative, a nice mix of comedy and more raw emotions in there, and beautifully animated. I have no complaints. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't actually watched The Wild Thornberrys itself in such a long time. And I'm not saying I'm going to immediately go and watch the show again, but it has made me kind of curious to go back and see what I remember and see if I enjoy watching it again. But for now, I'm very happy to have rewatched the Wild Thornberrys movie. If you're a fan of the Wild Thornberrys, absolutely worth watching. If you've never seen the Wild Thornberrys, I don't think it matters. If you like the idea of an animated film about a girl who can talk to animals, even if you haven't seen the TV series, I'd say the film is definitely worth checking out. I'm really pleased that I rewatched it. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.